Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won Baseball World Championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They'll come for reasons they can't even fathom. I'm not even sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past. They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Braves coming. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff. I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Brooklyn, 1846. In our sundown perambulations of late through the outer parts of Brooklyn, we have observed several parties of youngsters playing base, a certain game of ball. Let us go forth a while and get better air in our lungs. Let us leave our close rooms. The game of ball is glorious.
It is played everywhere. In parks and playgrounds and prison yards, in back alleys and farmers' fields, by small boys and old men, raw amateurs and millionaire professionals. It is a leisurely game that demands blinding speed. The only game in which the defense has the ball. It follows the season, the fond expectancy of springtime and ending with the hard facts of autumn.
Because we've been playing it fundamentally the same way for so long, the way that we can find the benchmarks that cross generations and cross decades is to be able to use these statistics as if they were labels. They aren't numbers. 300 hitter is not a number. The 300 hitter is a tag that means something today, as it did in 1930, as it did in 1890. I can make that comparison with my father, who could have made it with his father, that common language.
It's our game, America's game.
We'd spit tobacco juice on a spike wound, rub dirt in it, and get out there and play.
Baseball's a gentleman's sport. Sportsmanship spoke from the heart of America.
It is a haunted game in which every player is measured against the ghosts of all who have gone before. Most of all, it is about time and timelessness, speed and grace, failure and loss, imperishable hope and coming home.
It's
somebody sat down and said, hey, it ought to be 90 feet. If it were 88 feet, the game would be very different. Think of the double plays. If it were 94 feet, batting averages would drop remarkably. 90 feet, that was a pick from heaven.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Baseball serves the same purpose as a revolution in Central America or a thunderstorm on a hot day. A tonic, an exercise. So long as it remains our national game, America will abide no monarchy, and anarchy will be too slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flash in the sky was visible within a radius of several hundred miles, and the noise of the impact was heard as far north as Chicago, Illinois. We have dispatched a special mobile unit to the scene, and we'll have our commentator give you a word picture of the scene as soon as he can reach there.
Reports observing several explosions occurring at regular intervals and moving toward the Earth with enormous velocity, like a jet of blue flame shot from a gun.
Crosley Service estimated that 32 million people were listening in on radios.
Quietly, and we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
the BCR, your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another ball game. Yes, sir. Why, we'll send you the play-by-play. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
Braves country.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of Radio Baseball. Mets and Cardinals. As soon as the 3D kicks it in, we will bring it to you. St. Louis Cardinals plus 130 on the money line today. New York minus 141. Christian Scott versus Hunter Dobbins today. Good to see you, Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond in the house. There we go. I was trying to download that thumbnail. Looks like we're going to get pretty good weather for this one. 90 degrees in New York City and Queens. And the wind is blowing out to right at about 9 miles an hour. So nice little breeze out there for folks who decided to go to the game. Who else we got in here? Steve Sonderland. Good to see you. And JJ's in here. Yeah, I know a lot of folks that listen in on these are at work and can't chat. They don't want to get yelled at, so we understand that part of it. We'll continue to bring the call regardless. If you do get a chance to chat, always good to see everybody. And anything y'all want to talk about, these are usually the ball games that we get a chance to actually get a chance to almost treat this like a talk show, because we get a chance to do the game, but the chat's normally not going as fast on these out of town games, so I normally get to see most of what y'all are saying. R81, excited about that Knicks game last night. Yeah, I didn't watch it, I'll be honest with you. I heard about it. A buddy of mine texted me this morning. I was like, man, I checked out on the NBA so long ago. I knew it was going on just because people were making way too big a deal about the fact that the president went there Tuesday. Some hated it, some loved it. Didn't matter. I thought the whole thing was ridiculous that was a talking point. But regardless, used to be a big NBA fan. They just lost me. They lost me when they quit playing defense. I'll still check it out from time to time, but that series just doesn't really interest me. I don't care anything about those two teams. So that's probably got the biggest reason why I'm not watching it. But for you Knicks fans, if you're a diehard Knicks fan, you've been watching them for a long time, y'all are overdue for a championship. Was it 1973, I think it was? We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. The classic call of radio baseball. And yes, sir, the first pitch on the way is right there for a strike to J.J. Weatherholt. I'm trying to bring it in. I'm not sure. There we go. Well, there we go. The 0-1 to Weatherholt misses outside the zone, and it's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Usually takes us about a batter or so to make sure we're going toe-to-toe with the video you see. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. Looks like it's pretty much aligned there. So far, so good. The 2-1 to Weatherholt. Christian Scott on the bump for the Metropolitans. The pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. It's going to be an F7 in your scorecard as MJ Melendez makes the catch, and there's one away. These doubleheaders, we don't do the lineup pre-game. What we do is do it as the game goes on. So with that in mind, J.J. Weatherholt was leading off and playing second. He'll be followed by Herrera, the designated hitter, and batting third will be Burleson, the first baseman. If anybody gets on, Jordan Walker in right field, batting fourth. Herrera is at the plate, open stance from the right side. Whoa! First pitch almost gets him in the noggin. Has to duck down. I don't even know how he got out of that way out of that one. Woo-wee! It's 1-0. That just missed his back. I don't know how it missed his back and his bat. The 1-0 upstairs for a strike, 1-1. That'll make you clean out your shorts. The 1-1 pitch. High and out of the zone. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Decided finally got another device to be able to see the field while I call the game to you. Just got it in late last night, put it together. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back. 2-2. 2-2 count. Kicks and fires. And time is called. Not sure what that one was about. I don't believe... Oh, they're saying that he was disengaged. So the pitch outside wide sweeper, and it's a full count. So a full count to Christian Scott, or had not locked in. I still think that's the dumbest rule. If the pitcher throws it in time of the pitch clock is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Four-seam fastball, blew it right by him, and there's 2 down. Everybody knows what the pitch clock is. If he releases the pitch by the end of the pitch clock, there should be no violation. Conversely, the batter shouldn't have to be looking at him. If he wants to have his head up his rear and take a strike, it is what it is. To me, the equivalence is the first pitch swinging by Burleson. Blasted deep down the right field line, and zip, boom, bam, she is gone. A solo shot. Alec Burleson smacks his 11th home run of the year, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Redbirds. Tried to go high and tight. 424. First pitch right there for a strike to Jordan Walker. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Good to see you, Robert. Pitch on the way, swing, lifted, out into left field. MJ Melendez will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But not before the St. Louis Cardinals put one on the board. It's 1-0 Cardinals. We'll be back in a flash.
People often ask, what's the best way to handle a coworker who clips their nails at work? Well, I'm going to share with you the one sentence I use that works every single time.
This ain't your mother bathroom. Do that shit at home.
Did you know in the 80s we didn't even drink water? It just didn't happen. Like, I didn't have a support water bottle with me all the time. I didn't wake up and chug a huge glass of water. I didn't even worry if I was hydrated because I didn't even know hydration was a thing. I drank milk. I drank orange juice. I drank pop. Maybe during gym class, if you were really hot and sweaty, you would run over to the drinking fountain and you would suck that thing dry. But otherwise, we just existed and water didn't matter.
And the whole nation wanted to see Mark Fidrich. Now, keep in mind, this is in the 70s. You don't have all the highlight shows. You don't have satellite feeds. People outside Detroit wanted to see this kid who was a phenom. So he winds up pitching on Monday Night Baseball. And Uke is in the booth.
I'll tell you, this is one of the funniest guys probably that I've seen come along in baseball in a long time. He's got outstanding stuff, though, Bob. He's won 7, lost 1. Now, each time he gets the ball back, when he gets set to bring it on, when he gets set to go to his delivery, you'll see him mumble a couple of words to the ball. And what he's doing, he's telling the ball where he wants it to go. If he throws a slider, fastball, that sinking fastball, if he's trying to hit the outside, that's what he... You know, the one thing I think a lot of people wonder about a youngster like Mark Fidrich, he's 7-1. He got all the antics out the mouth. He's talking. He's telling the ball where he wants it to go. Think that doesn't bother you as a hitter? I'm telling you, it's got to.
Come on, ball, right down there.
Oh, Mark Fidrich continues to sail along. One out in the Yankee 6. That's one of the reasons they call him the Bird. Named him after the bird on Sesame Street. Tall, lean, and he's got webbed feet. No, that's not true. Well, look at that young guy talk to himself. Say if that ball starts talking back.
Welcome back. First pitch outside the zone from Hunter Dobbins. Way outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Infield back into the right. The 1-0. Misses. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. If you're wondering, the line out in Vegas today is the 2-0 pitch. Right there at the knees. 2-1. Dobbins over-under for strikeouts was 4, and Christian Scott Paper Company was 5. Well, 3.5 and 4.5. The 2-1 pitch swing lifts it into left field. It's down for a base hit, and it's a leadoff single for the New York Mets. Marcus Semien coming to the plate. I'm not sure, Raymond. I know he lives out in Arizona. The sinker misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. I know he has shown up pretty regularly for the day games. But if he works night shift, then he's may not be awake yet, because what it would, I don't know if it's either 11 or 10:19 his time. The 1-1 outside on the outer track. Calls it for a strike. 1-1 count to Bo Bichette. 1 on, nobody out. Turns and fires. Swing. Hammered. High and deep. And she is gone. A 2-run shot. And the New York Mets have taken a 1-run lead. Bo Bichette, his 6th home run of the year. They're calling that one 378. That one looked just as far as the Burleson home run. 378 feet over the left field wall. That thing was clocked and rocked. Oh, I guess it did. I guess it was more height than it was distance. I just saw the replay. I thought it actually. First pitch swinging by Juan Soto is chopped on the ground over to second. It's going to be a 4-3 put out, and there's one away. One up, one down. You're just joining us. We're just getting going here, and the Mets lead the Cardinals 2-1. First pitch, four-seam fastball to Young, left-handed bat. Jared Young, 3 home runs in 24 games for the Mets this year. 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1 splitter down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts that one. That one's getting too much of the plate. That ball's cooking. That ball's gone. A solo shot, and the Mets have put 3 on the board. It's 3-1. Good night, Irene. This kid Dobbins has actually pitched pretty well. I was looking at his numbers pregame. He is spitting the bit here in the Big Apple. 26-year-old from Bryan, Texas. This is his 4th appearance. First pitch swinging from A.J. Ewing, listed into left field. That's going to be an F7 on your scorecard, and there's 2 down. His first game was at Pittsburgh, and we know that they've got one of the top offenses in baseball. He went 4 1/3 with 3 earned runs. Striking out 4. In his next outing, on May 31st at home against the Cubs, 4 strikeouts, and he went 3 2/3. Gave up just the 1 run. First pitch upstairs for a strike to Marcus Semien. It's 0-1. His last outing against Cincinnati, 5 innings, is the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Of scoreless baseball, he gave up just 4 hits and he struck out 6. So you kind of thought there was a progression there. Hunter Dobbins, 6'2", 185-pounder. The 0-2 pitch. Down and away, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Yeah, Robert, I'm going to be following the World Cup. I mean, I'm not calling any of the games. God forbid. The 1-2 pitch swing, swats it into left field, and it's down for a base hit. And a 2-out single for the Mets. Once again, he got too much of the plate. There were 2 strikes. You got to make him chase a little bit. And he's just getting the fat part of the plate every time. They were setting up outside, and the ball drifted in. Looked like his fastball but it drifted in with some two-seam action. Righty-lefty matchup. Beatty the batter. First pitch. Upstairs. Slider for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. One on, two outs. Three across. It's 3-1 Mets. We're just getting started here in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Checks it down the line. He did not go around, and it is 1-1. So 1-1 count. Dobbins has a four-seamer, a slider, a sinker, a sweeper, a split, and a curve. He's a true kitchen sinker. The four-seamer only comes in at 33% of the time. The rest of them are pretty even, between 19 and 11%. Pitch, it's fouled back. It's 1-2. Yeah, I know the U.S. starts tomorrow, Robert. I'll have to check the time for you. I know Mexico plays today at 3. I'm going to put that on one of the back burners. The 1-2. Outside wide 2-2. I played soccer when I was a kid and loved it. And then, fell in love with games like baseball and football. Kind of fell out of favor with it, but I still love watching the World Cup. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets his first strikeout, and he'll go sit down and chug some Powerade and try to figure some things out. 3-1 your score. The Mets lead it. The Cardinals grab the sticks. The Christian Scott Paper Company returns when we return.
Kind of stuff that keeps me up at night. So today we talk about the gloveless Gus Weighing. Nicknamed Cannonball, Rubber Arm Gun, he played for 9 different teams between 1887 and 1901. In his first taste of professional baseball, he was pretty much Jekyll and Hyde. In 32 starts that year for the Charleston Seagulls, he posted a .76 ERA, but I can't imagine how, considering he hit 25 batters and threw 43 wild pitches. In 1888, on July 31st of that season, he cemented his place in baseball lore when he threw a no-hitter against the Kansas City Cowboys. A couple of years later, his life took a turn for the worse when his mother and brother passed away. This led to him being arrested for disorderly conduct after he drunkenly confronted an umpire after a game. Then there was the incident where he's arrested for vandalism of a painting in a Buffalo tavern. Not too long after, he was arrested for stealing pigeons from a Louisville pigeon show. 2 years later, he made history when he was the first player to make 3 consecutive starts for 3 separate clubs: the Philadelphia Phillies, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Louisville Colonels. His final years in baseball would be spent between the minors and the majors. In that time, he played for 5 more Major League Baseball teams. 4 times he won more than 30 games, 7 times he won more than 20. He started 505 games in his career and completed 449 of them. He holds the record for the most career hit batsmen with 277 and is tied for 5th all-time in most career wild pitches. Did I mention he was the very last player in baseball history to play without a baseball glove?
Grab ball. Great play by Robinson. Look at that. Great day in the morning. What a play.
The sign from Simmons. And the 2-strike pitch is hit in the air to left. Ben Oglivie coming on. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's got it. And the Brewers win the Eastern Division Championship and a very, very happy Brewer Club. The final, Milwaukee 10, Baltimore 2, and California, here they come.
You're my assistant, okay? You're supposed to back me up and go get me juice box is what I tell you. Now go get me a juice box. You know who you're talking to. I'm talking to the juice box guy.
Welcome back. First pitch to Lars Nootbaar, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Robert asks, is Paraguay good at soccer? I hope not. That's my philosophy. I hope the hell they aren't. The 1-0 right there for a strike. 1-1. They're playing the United States. Go USA. I know Uruguay was the very first country to host the World Cup back in 1930. The 1-1 pitch, swing, fouls it away. I would have never guessed that. I saw it on a trivia question this morning on the news, on the financial news that I watch in the morning. And they had like Spain and England. I forget what the fourth option was, the 1-2, down and in, 2-2. I would have never thought that Uruguay would have been the very first country to host an Olympics. You would have thought it would have been one of the bigger ones, one of the powers. The 2-2 count, swing. That ball's blasted. High and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ramalama, ding dong. Lars Nootbaar goes yard. And it's a 1-run game. We're going to have ourselves an old-fashioned shootout today. Wowza. 445-foot blast. That thing was a no-doubter. Three to 2 your score. If you're just joining us, jacks galore. We've already had 4. The 0-1. Mrs. High 1-1. The difference in the score is that there was a man standing on first base when Bo Bichette came to the plate his first time up. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chops it down the left field line, and that's going to be a fair ball. J.J. Weatherholt is cooking and booking. He's headed towards second base, and it's a double to keep the Cardinals rolling here in the top of the second inning. Good piece of hitting there. Just snuck inside the line. Thank you, home run. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging. That ball's blasted. That ball's going deep. That ball's back on the track. That ball is gone. A 2-run shot, and the St. Louis Cardinals have taken a 1-run lead over the New York Mets. Holy Toledo, do we have a barn burner. That one, 374 feet, Crooks, with his first home run of the year. Righty-lefty matchup now as Gorman comes to the plate, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 turns and fires, misses high. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. 2-1. The 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2. Cardinals 4, Mets 3. Still nobody out here in the second. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. That was Christian Scott's second strikeout of the game. First pitch to start off Church, the number 9 hitter. 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone. Ball 2, 2-0. So a 2-0 count Infield, back into the right. The pitch. Swing, fouls it away. 2-1. The 2-1. Swing, fouls it back. Will it stay in play? Giving chase, foul territory into the seats over the third base dugout. It's 2-2. Scott, by the way, sitting at 31 pitches. Two pitch. Swung on. That ball is roasted down the line. And that's a fair ball. He's going to head to second. Here comes a throw to second. And it's a one-out double for the Cardinals. Four to 3 your score. One on, one out. Appreciate the donation, home run.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Google gobble, one of us. Google gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care.
First pitch on the way to J.J. Weatherholt, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Google gobble, one of us.
Righty-lefty matchup. Infield back into the right. The 1-0 pitch, down and in. Ball 2-0. Christian Scott throws the four-seamer 51% of the time and the sweeper 24% of the time. Cutter 17%, splitter 4%, and the sinker 3%, slider 2%. The 2-0 down and in, 3-0. So a six-pitch pitcher, but realistically, it's a three-pitch mix most of the time, the four-seam, the sweeper, and the cutter. The 3-0. Four-seamer up top for a strike, 3-1. On deck is Herrera. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Full count. Runner at second. One out. The payoff pitch. Brings it. Swing chopper over to first. First baseman over there. Young will step on the pillow, and there's two down. On the play, JJ moves down to third, but there are two away. Righty matchup. Herrera, the batter, first pitch inside. Sweeper misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Scott kicks it. Pitch chopped over to third. Long hop. Here comes the throw. He will make the play, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Cardinals retake the lead. They put 3 on the board. It's 4-3. We got a seesaw affair here in the Big Apple. Back in a flash. Heading to the bottom of the second inning.
People often ask, what's the best way to handle it when you hold the door for someone and they don't say thank you? Well, I'm going to share with you the one sentence I use that works every single time.
You're welcome, you f***ing ungrateful bitch!
Hey, what do you call your mom's sister?
Aunt Connie?
Aunt?
Aunt Connie.
An ant is an insect, a little insect.
Yeah,
it's
Aunt
aunt.
Connie.
Aunt Connie.
You sound so proper. It's my aunt.
That's because it's aunt.
It's aunt.
You say aunt, though.
Aunt.
Honey.
Honey, I don't like aunt.
Bob McClure has been on since the 7th. He came on with 1 on, 1 out, and got Jackson to hit into a 4-6-3 double play. He is 2-2 for Baylor and coming back. A swing and a drive to deep left center. Back goes Edwards on the warning track against the wall. Yes, he's got it for the second out. There is the move of this game. Harvey Keene going to Marshall Edwards here in the 8th inning with the injury to Gorman Thomas. That ball is in the gap for extra bases, and Marshall Edwards hauled it down against the wall. Ben Ogleby would never have gotten to that ball. It was Marshall Edwards with a leap against the wall to haul it in, and there are now 2 away for California in the 8th. Here we go from the stretch. The pitch to Murray. A swing and a drive to center. Robin chasing. Long run. He's got it with a diving catch. And Nieves has made history here in Baltimore. A diving, sensational catch by Yount to preserve the no-hitter.
Hey, Braves country. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. 4-3 your score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. First pitch on the way. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 kicks and fires. Just misses the outside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Francisco Alvarez, the batter. First at bat of the game. Cardinals lead at 4-3. The 1-1 pitch. Swing fouls it back. 1-2. Wind's blowing out to right on a hot day here in Queens. 90 degrees. Expected first pitch. Wind's blowing about 10 to 15 miles an hour right now is the 1-2. Swing. Whistles it back foul. And we'll do it again. The wind's going out to right field, and you can tell. We've had 5 home runs already. 4 of them to right. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Lifts it into left field. That's down for a base hit. Trying to cut it off at the pass and bringing it into the infield very quickly out there is the left fielder, Nootbaar. And the New York Mets have 1 on and nobody out. Righty-lefty as MJ Melendez stands in. Takes the first pitch off the plate. It's 1-0. Melendez batting 196 on the year. Good to see you, Jameson Taylor. The 1-0 pitch. Kicks and fires. Up top for a strike, 1-1. All 7 runs have been earned, 4-3 your score, St. Louis over New York. Dobbins with 1 strikeout, Scott with 2. The 1-1 pitch, swing, whistles it foul into the seats, 1-2. I mean, you would think if it stays competitive both ways, these pitchers may still pitch fairly deep into the game, just because if you're hanging in there and considering the weather conditions, sometimes you're looking for a quick hook if you're falling behind 4-0, 3-0. But a 1-run game, might as well just let her go. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Two count. Five home runs on the day, 3 solo shots, the other 2 1-run jobs. And the Cardinals lead it by 1. The payoff pitch, outside wide. We've had a couple that have been cranked. Burleson hit one 424 feet, and in the second, Newtbar 445. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Melendez down on strikes. Dobbins with the second strikeout of the game. 1 away. World Cup gets going today, about an hour or so, Mexico. First pitch swinging by Carson Ben, just bang foul down the line. It's 0-1. Mexico versus South Africa. I had to look it up. I couldn't I couldn't remember who they were playing. And then tonight, late game, 10 p.m. Czechia versus South Korea, the 0-1 pitch, outside wide, 1-1. I'd say they did that because they want the large population of South Korea tuning in at whatever time that is locally for them. I'd say that's probably late morning if they're anything like Japan's time. 1-1 fouls it back. 1-2. 1-2 count. Dobbins comes set, kicks and fires inside. Slider just misses the zone. That'll even it up 2-2. Cards 4. Mets 3. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Looked like he might have went around, did he? He did strike 3. And there's 2 down. That's Dobbins' 3rd strikeout of the day. So he's 1 away from hitting his number in the desert. His was 3.5 today. Christian Scott, once again, was 4.5. Bo Bichette, the batter, he cranked one out his first time up. There's a slider right there to get us started. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Infield back into the left. Runner at first. 2 outs. The 0-1. Sinker. Right there. 96. Moving it. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. 4-3 St. Louis. Pitch on the way inside. Chops it foul. That one was well inside. I think that was a defensive swing more than anything else from Bo. This kid's got pretty explosive stuff. He just hasn't been accurate on the plate so far today. But, I mean, that ball's flying out of his hand. You can see why the Cardinals like him. The 0-2. Outside wide sweeper. 1-2. Yes, they are, Angler. 5 home runs already. Good to see you. Wind's blowing out about 10 to 15 miles an hour to right field, but it's also warm. It's 90 degrees. And they've been leaving the ball all over the plate. The 1-2. Whistles it back foul, and we'll do it again. 4-3 your score. This will be pitch 42 for Dobbins. Standing on deck is Juan Soto. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Peppers it over to first, and Burleson will step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So the first scoreless inning of the game from either side, 4-3 your score. Alec Burleson will grab the bat when we return.
Daddy, can you get me milk?
Yeah, just a minute.
Hey Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
Got it. 1 minute. And that's starting now.
December 21st, 1861. The Medal of Honor was established by Congress and signed into law by President Abraham Lincoln as an award for extraordinary valor during wartime. Initially created for the Navy, it was expanded to include the Army and Marines in 1862 and the Air Force in 1965. The Medal of Honor is distinguished by its unique design, a star-shaped medal featuring Minerva, the goddess of wisdom and war, suspended from a light blue ribbon with 13 stars. The first recipient was Army Private Jacob Parrott, honored in 1863 for his heroism during the Andrews Raid, a daring Civil War mission to disrupt Confederate rail lines. More than 3,500 people have received the Medal of Honor, with only a fraction alive to accept it in person. The U.S. Army leads in recipients. Medal of Honor recipients get a lifelong tax-free pension, access to military medical care, invitations to presidential inaugurations, and burial honors at Arlington National Cemetery.
People often ask, what's the best way to correct a coworker when they've made a mistake? And I'm going to share with you the one sentence I use that works every single time.
You f***ed up, bitch!
It was unbelievable. I mean, he was at every Little League game. And it was cool of him because he didn't coach just my team. He was never anybody's head coach. He was always the assistant. And he was just at all 3 of our games all the time. High school games, high school freshman football games, wrestling tournaments. If we had an event and he was in town, he was there.
Did anybody check the tri-tip? Last time I checked, it was mine. Oh, it's done. It's done, boys.
What's it at?
1:30.
Let it rest.
7.
Did you burn it?
To be a part of their lives and have dinner with them and cook out with them, and yeah, it's been good. It's been really a lot of fun. Cheers to my family. I love you. I really do. Thanks for all the memories.
I grew up watching Chipper Jones play. Who's the greatest switch hitter of all time?
Welcome back. St. Louis Cardinals lead this one 4-3 over the New York Mets. We're heading to the top of the 3rd inning. Alec Burleson will lead us off. It'll be Walker and Nootbaar to follow. First pitch swinging. Cutter bangs it back. It's 0-1. Burleson cranked a 424-foot home run his first time up. Good to see you, AR and Chop Shop. Stupid work. The 0-1 fouls it away. 0-2. Yeah, that's the way I felt about all the other sports, John. I'm not going out of my way to watch the NBA or the NHL playoffs, but if it's in the background, okay, fair enough. The 0-2 chops it off the plate. We'll do it again. The 0-2 count. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. More than anything else, I think it's just because I don't care about any of the teams that are in the playoffs. And I have tried with that college baseball stuff, and there's just nothing there. It's very evident that you're watching. It's essentially T-ball for grown-ups. The 1-2 count. Righty, lefty, infield, back into the right. Pitch on the way, high and outside the zone. 2-2. Two pitch, swing, cutter, fouls it back. Do it again. It's making them work if nothing else. Cardinals 4, Mets 3. Kicks and fires, hammers it over to first, backhanded. That was a line drive out. Good play over there by Young, one away. That ball was smoked. Jordan Walker, the batter. First pitch. Takes it on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 kicks and fires, fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. The 0-2 time is called. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 down. Good pitch there by Scott, his 3rd strikeout of the day. Lars Nootbaar, who smoked a 445-foot blast his first time up, comes to the plate. First pitch down and in, cutter. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it to right field, and kind of misplayed out there by Carson Benj. It's going to go off the wall. Here comes the throw to second, just off the mark. They would have had Nootbaar, but the throw was a little bit off the bag, and Bichette had to reach back to grab it. By the time he turned back to Nootbaar, he was safe. Carson Benj took the wrong route there. He goes straight back on that one. He's probably going to catch it, but he tried to cut it off at the pass and went over his head. And then the throw goes left to the bag, and Nootbaar just into the bag for a double. He's halfway to the cycle. First pitch, 4-seamer. Right there for a strike to Mason Wynn. It's 0-1. Wynn, 1 for 1 on the day. He doubled down the third base line his first time up, the 0-1. Kicks and fires. Outside wide. 1-1. One count. Right there, 4-seam fastball gets him on the upstairs. 1-2. The 1-2. Runner at second, 2 outs. Benj sitting at 58, or not Benj, Scott sitting at 57 pitches. This is 58 as the sweeper misses outside wide, 2-2. Good to see you, James Ray. The 2-2 pitch. Brings it. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him for his 4th strikeout of the day. His Mets trail 4-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd here in New York City. We'll talk about the possibility of tonight's game when we return.
Pepsi?
We only have Coke.
I'll take a gram.
You know, the key to a happy marriage is simple communication.
So the next time your wife is upset with you, giving you the silent treatment, and you can't quite figure out why, simply grab her some coloring books, set them down next to her, and let her know that she's acting like a child because she can't use her big girl words to tell you what's really going on. She'll clearly understand that you're correct and draw you a pretty picture. Write that down.
You should leave him immediately. Not because he's a Texas fan. You should leave him because he deserves better. Most men don't care about much of anything in this world. I care about my mom. I care about my girlfriend. I care about my football team and my friends, I guess. We just don't care about much. Like, we like TV shows and we like video games, but like, we'll adjust. But our football, he probably loves that football team as much as he loves you. That man has probably loved that football team for as long as he's been a fan of anything. You came along a lot later. Like, that's gross behavior. And that man deserves so much better, even if his team did lose.
When they signed Wade Boggs over here, everyone was saying, this is going to be a disaster. Don Mattingly, Wade Boggs on the same team.
That was good back page reading because the Boston fans said that Don Mattingly and myself won't get along, that we'll be fighting in the clubhouse.
Well, lo and behold, we get to spring training, and the first thing that happens when the writers are allowed back on the minor league fields, there's Don Mattingly and Wade Boggs in the outfield together. And I remember smiling and I say, Donnie did this. This is going to work.
At the start of 1993, the Yankees had a revamped roster, a new manager, and for the first time in years, real promise. But while the club's results were trending upwards, Don Mattingly's bad back and other nagging injuries had sapped him of his production, leading to speculation the end for Donnie Baseball might be near.
First pitch to Juan Soto is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Mets trail 4-3. We just in the bottom of the third inning here in New York. Mets wanted to challenge that one. That's a little odd. Pitch was definitely a strike. And the call is confirmed.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 0-1 chops it foul. It's 0-2. Good to see you, Sin Good, been good. James Ray. Chop Shop's getting yelled at for work stuff in the background. The 0-2 pitch. Kicks and fires. Swing, fouls straight back. We'll do it again. I know there's a lot of other folks that are out there listening that just cannot or should not type while they're at work and whatnot. So we know you're here. We understand why you're not chatting. The 0-2 pitch. Brings it. Swing, lifts the ball to right field, but it's right at Jordan Walker. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. One up, one down. First pitch swung on and fouled back from Young. It's 0-1. Dobbins with 3 strikeouts on the day. Scott with 4. They're both one away from the number we stated in the desert. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it straight back, whistles it to the backstop. It's 0-2. 2 1/3 innings so far for Dobbins. 5 hits, 3 runs, all via the home run. Scott, 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, all via the home run, and 4 strikeouts. The 0-2 from Dobbins. Shaken off. And Young will step out of the box for a second. The 0-2. Outside wide, 1-2. Tried to hit the outer edge with the slider. Marlins have taken a 1-0 lead in Arizona. We'll hit your out-of-town scoreboard here in a little bit. The 1-2 pitch, down and in, 2-2. McAllen, Texas. Well, at least it's a dry heat. 108 miles an hour. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. It'll be an F5 on your scorecard as Gorman drifts over to the shortstop area to make the catch on the shift, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. First pitch is a sweeper to A.J. Ewing off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swing, fouls it straight back, 1-1. One count. Pitch in the dirt, ball 2-1. Two one from Dobbins. Swing, bang, down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That ball goes into the corner, and it'll bounce off the wall. Walker will flip it into the infield, and it's a 2-out double for the Mets. Marcus Semien, the batter. Semien 1 for 1 with the single to left. Mets trail by 1, but the tying run stands at second. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Back behind the plate giving chase is the backstop Crooks, but it'll bend into the seats behind home. 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and away, it's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Slider misses, 1-2. One, two, down and away. Slider misses again, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing, punches it over to first. That's going to be a G3 as Burleson steps on the bag. So the Cardinals continue to cling to the 1-run lead. We go to the top of the 4th here in New York.
You guys keep saying go to Red Note. Okay, I go to Red Note. I don't know what the is happening, but I understand that I have to put my phone number in. So I put my phone number in. I'm not stupid. It's okay, we gotta send you a code. I say, okay, send me the code. It sends me the code. I got the code. I put the code in. It says that's the wrong code. No, it's not. Okay, let's try this again. Resend the code. After about 10 motherfucking times, I start throwing We have a casualty. Red Note owes me a phone. I take no responsibility for my temper tantrums. And so what you can do is you can follow me on Instagram, or you can kindly off. And I'll miss you because I love you. But off. Cause I ain't boycotting nothing. I don't got the energy to be boycotting it. I'm 31 years old. And as a matter of fact, why can't they call it a girl caught? I'm offended. Triggered.
Earlier this year, the New York press said, can't do it anymore. Let's get rid of him, which was a little bit of an insult for a guy who's contributed so much.
It's awful, because I know how he took it. I remember he came in one time. I was taking a lot of grief from the media about him hitting fifth. And he came in one day and said, Buck, listen, why don't you drop me down?
Yeah, I remember telling him, I'm like, man, I'm killing us. You know, you can get me out of there. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want to win.
I got up and closed the door. Just my way of telling him. I said, are you telling me who to bat and what batting order to use? Well, no, I'm just telling you, take some. I said, no. I said, I'll.
Showalter's decision with the lineup, bouncing back by midseason and helping to lead the Yankees to a second-place finish in 1993. Then in 94, the Bombers looked primed for a postseason run, taking over sole possession of first place on the 1st of May and expanding on their lead from there. At long last, it looked like Donnie Baseball was going to play in October.
They say defense wins championships. Who would you say is the best defensive player in baseball history?
Welcome back. Righty-lefty matchup. Christian Scott back to the work. First pitch is a P at the knees. Gorman takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. Infield back into the right. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops it up. Center field. Drifting over, making the catch is A.J. Ewing, and there's one away. One up, one down. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Gorman, the batter, number 8 hitter for the Cardinals. Brings it inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Four-seam fastball upstairs, ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Right there, 2-2. Cardinals 4, Mets 3. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball. High heat. 2 down. 5th strikeout of the day for Christian Scott. First pitch swinging by Church. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 on the day for the double down the right field line. As the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Batting .258 on the year. The 1-1 four-seamer. 95. Blew it right down the pipe, 1-2. The 1-2 count. Christian Scott brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball, his 6-pack of punchies for the day, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Cardinals clinging to a 1-run lead.
It's a word you pronounced incorrectly one time, and it still haunts you to this day. I'll go first. Stalamate.
Whore's divorce?
Embassy suits.
Paradigm.
Why does it have a f***ing G?
Saranwap.
Esophagus.
Listen, we were drunken scumbags way before the two of you decided to move into your green and green house.
Okay, but our green and green was built way before you guys got here.
It's not my fault you didn't do your homework before descending on the neighborhood like jackals.
What's your deal, man?
My deal is that I know your deal, okay? You want to pretend like you're these enlightened, progressive, open-minded people, but you're not. You're just trying to look the part. Like your dog. I'm sure you tell people that's a rescue, yeah?
Lavender is a rescue.
What castle did you rescue that dog? Listen, I know shelter dogs, okay? $3,000 whippets are not shelter dogs. You got screwed. But yeah, I'll tell the drunks to keep it down a little bit.
Base hit right field. Tying run in. Here's the throw to the plate. Do you believe this? The Yankees have won it.
I love that group of guys, and I think that got me right again because it got to be about competition again. It was the best team I'd ever played on. I knew that I was going to win a World Series that year.
Well, there is no joy in Mudville tonight or anywhere else baseball is played for that matter. For the first time in almost a century, a major league season will not finish on the field.
That was tough because, again, we had a good club. It'd been so long to get there.
It felt like no player was giving up more in that particular season for their legacy, for their emotions than Don Mattingly.
I probably wouldn't have played in 95 if we would have made the playoffs in 94. Like I was at that point with family and everything, that my kids, that, that part was getting hard for me.
All right, you're a general manager of a baseball team. You're trying to attract fans. What's the one thing you're doing to get people out to the ballpark?
Welcome back. 4-3 your score. First pitch is right there. First strike. It's 0-1. I mean, that guy asking about getting fans to the ballpark. First of all, baseball doesn't really have that issue. Is the 0-1 down and in 1-1. They're definitely at an all-time for streaming. I think one of the problems with getting places sold out as far as Major League Baseball is concerned is the 1-1 chops and foul, 1-2. You're always going to have that issue to a degree because 162 games, so 81 home games, it's a lot to ask for a fan to go out there every night, especially the way the prices have been, and they're not putting that toothpaste back in the tube. The 1-2 pitch. This is high 2-2. But they're making the money other ways, right? They're making sure that those streaming numbers, the advertising dollars are coming in. And nowadays, a lot of people just prefer to stay at home as opposed to the 2-2 splitter outside, 3-2. It's a hard ask to get people to go out to a ball game 81 times a year. It's a little different if you live right there. Payoff pitch, swing, fouls it straight back. Back years and years ago, you didn't have all these different options for entertainment. So you would go to the ballpark just because you literally couldn't see the game. You couldn't consume the game. You might be able to get it on radio once radio became in full in the 1950s and 60s for every major league team. The payoff pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Coming in, calling the fair catch around the 45-yard line is Nootbaar, who's halfway to a cycle, and there's one away. But for instance, so I live here on the First Coast. I have not been to a Jacksonville Jaguars game for years. In years. I don't remember the last time we went as far as what year it was. But anyways, I haven't missed it. Righty-righty matchup. Francisco Alvarez, the batter, first pitch misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. It's mad expensive to go to those games. And then also you have to throw into the mix of just the pain it is to get down to the stadium. The 1-0 up top, 1-1. And I never felt like when I went to a football game that I got a better view than what I did at home. Now, baseball's a little different. If we had a Major League Baseball team here, I'd probably be more willing to go quite a bit is the 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. It's a different animal because the main thing that got us going out of to football games, this was college and pro, but the violence that was going on in the stands, the 1-2 swing, chopper down the third base line. Is it fair? Fires it to first. If it's a fair ball, it's a 5-3 putout, but I believe they're calling it foul. They are, one away. Dobbins at 72 pitches as Alvarez goes back. The 1-2. Brings it. Swing, fouls it back. And we'll do it again. So a 1-2 count. Dobbins, 73 pitches here in the fourth. A little north of where you want to be, but he could get through 5 if he has a competitive inning here. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 95 miles an hour, and there's 2 down. I'm sure he would love to qualify for the win. MJ Melendez comes to the plate. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. First pitch, swing and a miss at the four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, 0-2. Cardinals lead this one 4-3. It was a seesaw affair the first couple innings. Cardinals scored 1 in the first. The Mets followed up with 3. And then the Cardinals came back and scored 3 in the top of the second to make it 4-3 as the 1-2 outside wide. That's where we stand. 1-2 count. Dobbins throws the splitter in the dirt. And we'll do it again. New York Mets come into today 9 games under 500, 15-17 at home. The 2-2 punches it back foul. Melendez 0 for 1 on the day with the strikeout. Cardinals 37-28, 9 games above 500, and 18-12 on the road. Quite a pleasant surprise in Major League Baseball. The Cardinals competing as well as they have is the 2-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Swing. Hits it to the right side of the infield, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for the Metropolitans. Cardinals were playing him to pull. So the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt, had a long way to go and a short time to get there and could not get to the ball before it trickled into the outfield. First pitch to Carson Benj, the leadoff man for the Metropolitans, is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Going to flip it over to first real quick. Man, that was close. Burleson is wanting them to take a look. See if they actually challenge it, but that was extremely close. It looks like he got back in time. The 1-0 pitch, swing, chops it down the line, foul, 1-1. Game 1 of a doubleheader, if it is played. The Braves and White Sox are expecting rain tonight in Chicago, but the last one that I looked at, and I'll check it again here in a bit, but it looked more promising than it did last night, the 1-1. Outside wide, 2-1. I do believe if they get the game in, we're probably going to end up with a delay. Most likely a delay to start the game. And that's preferable for all people involved because you don't really like starting a game and then getting your starter knocked out as the 2-1's fouled away. It's 2-2. So it may be a situation where the game's is supposed to start at 7:40 Eastern. We may have closer to a West Coast first start somewhere in the 9 o'clock area. Like I said, I'll look at it again here in a bit. See what has changed because it looks like everything moved in quicker than they expected. The 2-2 swing and miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. The 5th punchy for Dobbins will be back in a flash. We had a seesaw fair, now a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. We go to the 5th.
At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Hell are you doing? I told you we weren't getting involved.
You got us involved when you brought us here.
Where are you from? What's your real name? What was it before you changed it?
Giuseppe.
That's all you need, one thieving wop on the team.
It's much better than you stinking Irish.
Oh, I like him.
Just a drink.
He can play.
He can't throw.
He can't throw and he can't field.
Why do you like him?
He gets on base.
You want answers! I want the truth!
He gets on base, so do I care if it's a walk or a hit?
You do not.
I do not.
Just a drink.
What draws my admiration? What is that which gives me joy?
Just a drink.
Baseball. A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for individual achievement. But in the field, part of a team. Part of one big team. Sunny day, stands full of fans. What does he have to say?
Just a drink.
I get nowhere unless the team wins. The day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
Just a drink.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Spaghetti's rolling. I think he'll ever get out of here.
One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs.
Get busy living, get busy dying.
Just a drink.
Do you really want to get him? What are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, you must be prepared to go all the way. Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Just a drink.
The Lord hates a coward. Do you know what a blood oath is? Yes. Good. Because you just took.
Just a drink.
Go ahead.
At the tone, leave your name and message.
Well, I hit that button accidentally. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. First pitch swinging by J.J. Weatherholt. It's fouled away. It's 0-1. 4-3 your score. Cardinals lead the Mets. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. Got a situation going on here with one of my devices. The 1-1 pitch swing chops it over towards second. It's going to be a 4-3 put out. Good play over there by Simeon. Tosses it to Young, one away. The short of it is we got this new machine so I can see everything on the field at the same time that I'm calling the game itself. So we have these devices right on top of each other. I repurposed the other device. It was a small device that always sat to the side. As the first pitch misses high for a ball, it's 1-0. And we use it for production purposes, right? Well, anyways, without boring with all the details, I can't get the damn thing to mute. The 1-0. Misses high 2-0. And the idea is to use it for a touch screen to play the clips. It'll be quicker for me to find them in the future, but all I could hear, and I know y'all can't hear because it's very faint, but all I could hear in the deep background was my call almost like an echo the whole game. And I looked everywhere in between breaks trying to find if there was some kind of setting I wasn't hitting right. And finally is the 2-0 pitch. Upstairs for a strike, 2-1. I just decided to go full-blown trailer park or ghetto about it, however you want to look at it, as the 2-1 inside. 3-1. And I'm taped paper towels over the speakers. So, that's what I've been doing the last couple of innings. I've been doing a damn arts and crafts over here trying to tape stuff and thankfully it works. Of course, there's no telling if that's going to set off a small fire or a Scud missile somewhere. The 3-1 pitch, just below the knees, ball 4. That just missed the zone. He'll head to first. Scott with his first walk of the day. He does have 6 strikeouts. Dobbins with 5 strikeouts. It's incredible with all these runs scored in the home runs, and those home runs were essentially, you can call some of it win-aided, but the majority of it was because the 2 starting pitchers were not very accurate and they were leaving balls over the plate. But anyways, when you see that kind of stuff, you normally get a lot of walks. That was the first walk of the day for either side. 1 on, 1 out, and Burleson at the plate. Infield double play depth. First pitch on the way is a sinker. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Outside wide. 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires down and in. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter upstairs. 2-2. Good location for that one. The 2-2 to Burleson. Kicks and brings. Splitter way outside the zone. That was past pitch out territory. That was nowhere near the spot. Top of the 5th inning. The payoff pitch. Fouls it down the line. The runner was on the move on that one. There's just 1 out. So that was a straight steal that he was attempting. It still may be, Angler, because the bullpens haven't gotten involved yet, and the Mets bullpen has been less than desirable. The payoff pitch, runner goes again, swing, fouls it back. Full count. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Swing. That ball is belted high and deep into right field. It is going to die just before the warning track for a loud out number 2. Burleson, who already has one home run on the day, almost made it. Looks like he just got under that. Hey, look who's warming up in the pen, our old friend A.J. Minter from the Mets. That just looks wrong. I can't. I was watching one not too long ago where it was back-to-back. It was Kimbrel and Minter on the mound for the Mets, and I'm like, dude, what are y'all doing? Get out of there. Yeah, Angler, the pitch counts. We had a quick mound visit for Christian Scott. Justin Willard, the pitching coach, went out there. Christian Scott sitting at 86 pitches. So you got to figure if this isn't his last inning, he probably won't make it through the entire sixth. And Dobbins is at 86 pitches as well. They're probably going to send him out there to try to go for inning number 5. Righty-righty matchup here. Jordan Walker standing in. They flip it over to first. Runner well back in time. The four-seam fastball starts it off, and that misses for Baltz 1-0. Listen to this. Jordan Walker has a 342 OPS improvement. Now, of course, the season isn't over yet. That is the third highest in the modern era. Gavy Gravett did it way back in the turn of the century. As the first pitch on the way is off that 1-0 is going to get dropped into left field. And it's down for a base hit, so they got runners at first and second. And that's going to be it for Christian Scott Paper Company. But the guy who leads the biggest OPS turnaround is Javi Lopez. Once again, the season's far from over, so we'll see where he lands at. But he's off to a great start. We'll be back in a flash. Bullpen change. A.J. Minter coming in for the Mets. Welcome back, 4-3 your score. Trying to look up the weather as we speak. There is a flood watch in Chicago, Illinois. They're saying till 11 p.m., so if that ends up affecting the traffic around the stadium, I don't see how you can play the game. Lefty-lefty matchup. A.J. Minter. Cutter misses high. It's 1-0. As far as the actual weather itself. Looks like it's currently raining there right now. The 1-0 swing pops it up. High into left field. Underneath it is MJ Melendez. He'll make the catch. And Minter gets the Mets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 4-3, your score, back in a flash.
Hey y'all, it's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is European. Hey man, watch what you're doing, you're too close. European on my boot.
Isn't it horrible when your only friend has the audacity to actually have other friends? Like, what?
John Smoltz trying to nail it down and win his 6th consecutive game and nail down a division title as well. No balls and 2 strikes to Caminetti with Gonzalez the runner at first. And a ball bounced through the middle. Belliard hustling. His throw to first is in. Braves looking for their first division title since 1982. Andujar Cedeno with 2 out and Gonzalez the runner at second. And here's a fly ball hit to right field. This may do it. Justice is back. It's over. The Braves win it.
I promise you, when I catch you, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch you in your mouth and your solar plex. Be prepared.
Pitch to Molly. A swing and a base hit to right. 39 straight for Molitor on the first offering from Kenny Schramm.
Back in against Mesa, who is working from the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Swings, and there it is! A base hit into right center. He's done it. 3,000 for Robin. Robin Yount has just become the 17th player in baseball history to reach 3,000 base hits. Being congratulated and mobbed by his teammates and still being saluted by this great throng here at County Stadium.
What are you so happy about?
I'm just a happy guy.
Since when?
It's nice.
Welcome back.
I'm ready to get pissed off.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Start off the at-bat with Bo Bichette. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Chopper over towards short. J.J. Weatherholt flips it over to first. 6-3, 1 away. So looking at the weather's going to clear up in the Chicago area in about an hour or so. And there's a huge pocket where they could have played the game. But then it sets in again. Let's see when that starts. So the rain comes in, a pretty heavy dose of it, about an hour before first pitch. Juan Soto coming to the plate. Let's see if we're getting a pitching change here. Yep, it looks like we are. We'll be back in a flash. They just wanted to get that one out. Back in a flash. 0-0 or 4-3 your score. Neither one of these pitchers are going to. Trying to see what's going on here. I think one of the screens reset. All right, yeah, they are making a pitching change. One of them came back for a split second. I thought they were doing something. We'll be back in a flash. Bullpen they go. 4-3 your score, bottom of the fifth. 1 out. Mets at the plate. Welcome back. The left-hander Brule to face Juan Soto lefty-lefty matchup. Hits for a strike to start off the at-bat. It's 0-1. Mets trail 4-3. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. That ball's going to get whistled into the gap, and that's down for a base hit. Up against the wall, here comes the throw. Juan Soto chugging into second base, and it's a one-out double for the Metropolitans. So looking at the weather for tonight's game, unless the system slows down for whatever reason, I think we get the game in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Young the batter. A.J. Ewing on deck. The first pitch. Upstairs, sweeper for a strike. It's 0-1. So as it stands right now, Christian Scott would be on the hook for the loss. Dobbins did not qualify for the win. The 0-1 pitch. Down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Young, who homered a 390-foot home run his first time up. 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-1 pitch, swing. Chops it through the infield. That's through for a base hit. Here comes Juan Soto around third base, and he will tumble and slide, and the ball gets away, and the Mets will tie the game 4-4. Two things very obvious there. A, Juan Soto is slow for a guy you paid $700+ million for. He is slow. Second of all, he's a terrible base runner. He cut the bag weirdly, and when he came to home plate, he more did like a toddler's tumble, almost like a halfway somersault as opposed to an MLB slide. That was strange. 4-4 your score. Runner did make it up to second base when the ball got away. The sinker inside, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Right down the pipe for a strike. It's 1-1. Cardinals 4, Mets 4. The 1-1 pitch. So my guesstimation on the game tonight, as far as what I'm seeing right now, is the 1-1. They're going to throw it down to second behind the runner. Ball gets away a bit. Two and one, the runner back safely. It looks like, I don't know if the game will start exactly on time. They may have a slight delay because it looks like right around first pitch, the rain's going to be clearing. So I think around 8 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in that neighborhood, if not on time, the 2-1. Brings it. Swing and a miss. So take that for what it's worth, but what I'm seeing right now, I went to two different sites, and they're both projecting about the same thing, the 2-2. Swing. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. And then after that front moves out, there doesn't appear to be anything threatening behind it. So if we can get the game going around 8:30 at the latest, the Braves should still be in line to leave Chicago fairly early and get in and get a decent night's sleep before the Mets series. Marmol's going to come out and take Brule out of the game 4-4 your score. We'll be back in a flash, but I do think the game gets in.
It's a word you pronounced incorrectly one time, and it still haunts you to this day.
Eulyctopus. Stomachotches. Milk of Malaysia.
My husband and I went to bed at the same time last night. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and he wasn't laying next to me. And I sat up in bed and looked over to see if he was in the bathroom, and the light wasn't on, so he wasn't in there. So I got up and he was in the kitchen, sitting at the table, drinking a cup of coffee. And he looked really upset. And I said, honey, what's wrong? And he looked up at me and he goes, it's the 20th anniversary of the day we met. And he was right. We had met 20 years ago. I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you remembered that. And he said, do you remember that time when your dad caught us in the backseat of my truck? I said, yeah, I actually do remember that. He said, do you remember when he threatened me and said, you either marry my daughter or I'm going to make sure you go to prison for the next 20 years? And I said, yeah, I actually remember that too. My husband said, I would have gotten out today.
But after the way the 94 season ended, Mattingly came back in 95, with the focus on the fact that he'd never played in the postseason ever more glaring.
I don't even know how many games it was that have played the most games without making it to the postseason or whatever. And I'd always be on that list, and I didn't like that list very much.
Though with most of the same group coming back for the 95 season, most expected the Yankees to dominate the American League again, but it wouldn't work out that way.
We were rolling in 94, and we just didn't seem to be able to get this thing on the tracks.
The Yankees played up and down baseball all summer long, while Mattingly battled back injuries and struggled to stay in the lineup. By the start of September, they were 14 games out in the AL East. The division title was out of reach, but they did still have life, thanks to a new addition to the game, the wild card. Capturing that extra playoff bid was no sure thing, but for his part, at the age of 34, the Yankee captain was going to leave nothing behind trying.
George Soriano coming on for the St. Louis Cardinals, the right-hander, set to face Marcus Semien with 2 outs. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch on the way. Whistles a 4-seamer right by him. It's 0-1. The infield back into the left. Outfield deep and straight away. The 0-1 count. Upstairs for a strike, it's 0-2. I got to tell you about a tweet that I saw earlier today that led to some investigating on my part. We may not get it in this inning, but I'll let you know next thing. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning, and we'll head to the top of the 6th. All knotted up at 4 here in Metsville.
There's this farmer that successfully grew a field full of vibrators. Unfortunately, now he has a problem with squatters.
One of the worst promotional ideas in baseball history, 10-cent beer night. The 1974 Cleveland Indians were not a great team. To increase attendance, they came up with the idea to have 10-cent beer night on June 4th, 1974. Over 25,000 fans showed up, which is more than double the Indians' average attendance that year. By the 9th inning, things boiled over. With the game tied, a 19-year-old fan ran out on the field and tried to steal Rangers outfielder Jeff Burroughs' cap. In the process, Burroughs fell, which prompted the Rangers to run out onto the field with baseball bats, thinking he had been attacked. A large number of intoxicated fans ran out onto the field with knives, chains, and clubs that were fashioned from portions of the stadium seats that they had torn apart. With over 200 fans rushing the field ready to fight against 25 Rangers, the Indians were ordered by their manager to rush the field with bats in hand. Chairs were thrown, players had to fight their way to get back to the dugout. Eventually, both teams made it back to their clubhouses and locked the doors. After 20 minutes of rioting and the crew chief realizing that order would not be restored, the game would be forfeited and the Rangers would win the game. The crazy part in all of this was they held another 10-cent beer night on July 18th that attracted even more fans, but this time they learned their lesson and put a limit of 2 cups per person.
All right, here we go with Ryan Braun. The pitch to him. Swing and a drive. Left center and deep. Get out. Get out of here. Gone for Ryan Braun. And they've got the lead. Wow, what a shot by Braun. It's his 37th of the year. Ryan Braun just
A.J. Minter goes back to work. First pitch is inside to Mason Wynn. Lefty-righty matchup. It's 1-0. Crooks and Gorman will follow the 1-0 swing. Hammers it over to third. Diving stop over there. It'll be a 5-3 putout. Good defensive play. Beatty to Young. One away. I'm interested now on A.J. Minter to see how much he's been used recently. Remember, he's coming off major injury. He just made his debut for the Mets on a contract he signed in the 2024-2025 offseason. He just made his Mets debut back on May 26th. Lefty-lefty matchup. The first pitch, swing and a miss, four-seamer. It's 0-1. Mets are probably trying to get him going as well as he can so they can trade him away. Wouldn't that be cool to bring AJ back to the Braves? I don't know if they would make a trade in division, but the 0-1. Outside cutter misses, 1-1. He's yet to give up an earned run. And this is his first usage since June 7th. The 0-1 swing and a miss, or 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Which means, by the way they've used him, we might see him twice in the series, but it's not likely. The 1-2 down and away, 2-2. 2-2 count. The Mets are trying to shop him to the Braves. Very well may see him twice. The 2-2 pitch, swing, pops it up. High and deep into center field, going back on the track. Making the catch, cracking into the wall is A.J. Ewing for out number 2. Tigers pounding the Twins 7-0. And how about this? Tarek Skubal set to start on Saturday for the Tigers. Speaking of guys that are trying to showcase. First pitch, swing and a miss, four-seamer. It's 0-1. Glad I made that trade now. Fantasy Baseball League, we have the 0-1. Swing, chopper down the line, just foul. 1-2. I traded Soroka for Skubal back when a lot of folks weren't sure if he was going to come back this year. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Upstairs. 1-2. So as far as the Braves White Sox game, I do believe that game's going to get in as the 1-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away, 2-2. There was a tweet today by Chuck Garfield? I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, White Sox anchor and reporter, and he was quoting Davis Martin, the starter of last night's game versus the Braves, who pitched well. Not taking anything away from Davis Martin. But his quote was, Southside fans are the best. The 1-2 pitch, swing, lifts it high into center field, and that'll be an F8 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. I'll tell you what I found out when I looked into that, because I knew that couldn't be right, even close to being right. We'll be back in a flash. 4-4 your score. Mets grab the sticks when we return. kind of snuck up on me. I didn't realize it was already time for the scoreboard. Usually just do one scoreboard with the out-of-town games. The out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. It's 8-0 Tigers over the Twins, pounding the Twinkies in Motown. They're in the 7th inning. Marlins have a 2-0 lead over the Diamondbacks, bottom of the 7th in Miami. Here it's 4-4, Mets versus Cardinals. There's a rain delay in Kansas City, Missouri. We await the Rangers-Royals first pitch. And 3:10 today, you got the Cubs and Rockies. Later on tonight, 6:40, Pirates and Dodgers. 7:05, it's the Mariners and the Orioles. That game is in Baltimore. And 7:40 tonight, Braves and White Sox. That's the late game on the slate today. And the weather's looking like we'll get it in. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get it in on time, but just follow the channel and we'll make sure to keep you up to date one way or the other. If it's looking like they're going to play the game, we'll go live at 7:40 at the latest, but hopefully that game gets in. And that is your out-of-town scoreboard here on the BCR.
Cover the point spread, cover the point spread, cover the point spread, cover the point spread.
First pitch to start the inning is tossed out there to Beatty, and Beatty grounds it over to second base. It's going to be a 4-3 put out. One away. J.J. Weatherholt had to backhand that and flip it to first. Good job by Burleson, scooping it out into the ground. It's kind of short hopped. I don't know, Chop, what I did on that, as far as that's concerned, I took the over. The four-seam fastball swing and a miss, it's 0-1. I just wanted something to pull for in that first game. It's a part of the parlay. 2 of them already hit for me. The 0-1 pitch upstairs for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Pitch to Alvarez. Foul back, it's 1-2. Cardinals 4, Mets 4, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Soriano steps off the bump for a second. I don't know if that was pitch Conway or he just wanted to restart. I believe he just wanted to restart. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch on the way. Swing popped up by Melendez. That'll get into very shallow left field. Underneath it is Mason Wynn, the shortstop. He'll make the basket catch, and that'll end the inning. 4-4 your score. We go to the top of the 7th. Cardinals turn when we return.
You know, really everyone just being on the same page, because we know these guys are going to come A lot. I mean, there's... That was... Damn it. That was unexpected.
Let me buy a beer. Sure. These fans, I love them. When I came in, they didn't recognize me at first, but then when I told them who I was, next thing you know, they're buying me my favorite beer, light beer from Miller. They know us ex-big leaguers drink light because it's got a third less calories than their regular beer. It's less filling, and it tastes great. Thanks. Hey, it's a pleasure to buy a beer for a great pitcher like Whitey Ford. So I lied.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hey, Whitey, I thought you were a lefty. Oh, that's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Hall of Fame voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, Milwaukee's very own Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker.
My first manager ever in baseball, Bertie Tebbetts, while playing in a game over at County Stadium, after my first game, told me that I should think about becoming a broadcaster. I remember walking on the field over at County Stadium and Bertie Tebbetts asking me about my first big league game. Was I nervous? Was I uptight? My family was there. And after telling Bertie Tebbetts that I was not nervous or uptight about this first major league appearance, he said, well, let's go get him. And by the way, the rest of us up here wear that supporter on the inside. And from there on, the rest is history. Thank you very much. Let's play ball. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Southpaw coming on for the New York Mets. Looks like that's Luke Raley. Brooks Raley, excuse me. Thinking of the outfielder. Lefty-lefty matchup is Church takes the first pitch down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops it off his instep. It's 1-1. Yes, sir, it is soccer time, and wherever the hell they're playing that game, they just kicked off the pitch. Mexico versus South Africa. We'll keep you updated if anybody scores. No, I actually bet it down, John. I just need 2 goals because it was a part of a parlay. So it ends up paying plus 250 all day, or is it plus 300? It might be plus 300. Let me check that. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Cut her off the edge. I took as low as possible as you could take. The 1-2 outside wide 2-2. At first, I was really tempted to go with the under, and then I got to thinking, man, this is the first game of the World Cup. Someone's bound to do something stupid that leads to a goal. It's the 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 away. My overall game plan is to bet the unders on these. Let me see. Minus 275 on that particular part of the leg, and it is plus 240 all day. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is upstairs. For a strike, for a ball, it's 1-0. The main reason is because the Christian Scott over on the 4.5, that was only paying out at minus 190. The 1-0 swing pops it back foul. 1-1. Wish I had gotten it on earlier because I looked at it last night and it was 145, 150, somewhere in that neighborhood. 1-1 count. It is in Mexico City. I kind of figured that's where they would be playing. Is this the first time they've ever done where there's not a home country, it's a home continent. So they're going to be playing games in the U.S. primarily, but you've got Mexico, you've got Canada. The 1-1 count. Swing. Hammers it over to second, but it's right at Simeon. He'll flip it to first, and there's 2 away. I really have no idea. I'm guessing. When it's all said and done, I was guessing. Now someone's already flopping. Someone from Team Mexico's laying on the field rolling around. Let's see what actually happened. Oh, someone touched him. Yep. You got to flop if somebody touches you. Lefty-righty matchup. As Herrera takes the first pitch for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Raley fires in a sweeper, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Misses. 1-2. Four to four your score, top of the seventh inning. The 1-2. High and out of the zone. 2-2. 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing. Hammer down the left field line, but foul. And we'll do it again. The 2-2. Cutter outside. Ball 3, 3-2. The full count. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Now Alec Burleson, the batter, lefty-lefty. Runner at first, 2 outs, Alvarez. And the pitching coach, Justin Willett, out there to talk. Runner at first, 2 outs. Tie ball game here in the 7th inning. First pitch on the way. Drops a sinker. Down and away, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, belts it down the line, foul. Cutter on in on his hands, it's 1-1. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Good to see you, Big Truck. The 1-1 pitch, outside wide sinker, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Four to four your score, 2 outs. The 2-1 swing. Smacks it down the right field line. Foul. And we'll do it again. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing. Hits it over to first. That is a fair ball. He'll step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So Rayleigh comes in and thwarts the effort of the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch here in Braves country. Welcome back. 4-4 your score, locked up in a tight one as the first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Yeah, I saw him already halfway there to the it's already 1-0. Halfway there, baby. The 1-0 right there at the knees. 1-1. I was so tempted to take the 2.5 over, but I was like, man, I know how some of these teams, if they get 1-1 upstairs inside for a strike, 2-1. If they get a small lead, they just start playing prevent, start playing that four corners offense. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Very reminiscent of what Dean Smith in North Carolina used to do back before the shot clock was invented. The 2-2 count. Turns and kicks, swing. Fouls it away. Carson Benj smacks it over the third base dugout, 2-2. The 2-2. Pops it up. High in the sky. F7 in your scorecard, and there's one away. So, yeah, I'm already halfway to that. Finishing off that. Well, I'm halfway to that score of the final leg of the parlay. Not too shabby to start off your Thursday. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch to Bichette right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. I was right, though. It always seems like that there's an early score at the beginning of World Cup action. I don't know if it's nerves or what happens, but there's usually an early score, and there was some Mexico leads South Africa 1-0. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Bichette takes it all the way, 2-1. USA plays tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Hopefully the Braves game will be over with by halftime. I am planning on watching USA baseball, or soccer. The 2-1 pitch, swing. Pops it up high in the sky, and that's going to be a F8, 2 down. For those of y'all who don't follow soccer, Mexico is actually a big rival of the United States in soccer. They do not like each other. But I didn't figure they had any chance of losing to South Africa as the first pitch misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. That has been a heated rivalry for a long, long time. 1-0 count right there. Sweeper at the knees. 1-1. Which surprised me because I think of political alignments. I don't think of natural rivalries, but kind of makes sense when you realize they're so close by. The 1-1. Sinker at the knees. Taken all the way. 1-2. One-two count. Lifted. High and deep. Juan Soto takes it back on the track, and she is gone. A solo shot for the Metropolitans. 5-4 your score. Mets go out on top as Soto doing a bit of a skip for his 14th home run of the year. That was a no-doubter. 398 feet over the right field wall, and it's 5-4 New York. The first pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Upstairs, 1-1. It is because they're playing in Las Vegas. And I take it you don't follow the game that closely. Las Vegas is a launching pad in minor league baseball. The 1-1 fouls it away. 1-2. In fact, they're playing in that stadium all week long. And even when the A's are at home, that is a hitter's park. It's a AAA stadium as well as the 1-2, excuse me. Misses outside. They're going to challenge this. Right now it's a 2-2. It looked like it was well out of the zone. We'll see what happens. Yep. And so the Cardinals challenge that one and do not get it.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 2-2 swing lifts it into shallow left field. Making the running catch over there is Gorman, and that'll end the inning. Mets and Cardinals, it's 5-4 New York. Jordan Walker due up when we return, heading to the top of the 8th.
106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever.
and the only prescription. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. You're in Braves country. Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Sleepy, the ball flies out of that park. Luke Weaver on for the Mets. The Aviators play in that stadium, and they're playing all week, kind of to showcase the team before they head to Las Vegas for good. So that's the reasoning behind it. But yeah, that's why the scores are. If you check out that league, the scores are always ridiculous, and especially in that ballpark in Las Vegas. First pitch to Jordan Walker, chops it down the line, foul 2-1. That's why whenever there's someone that's tearing up that league in the minor leagues, AAA system, there's always a caveat that people say, well, realize where this guy's been playing. There's about 5 or 6 parks in that league that the ball just absolutely is a launching pad. The 0-1 count right there, cutter at the knees. It's 0-2. What's their cheat code in hockey, Sleepy? Is there something I don't know about with the ice or something? The 0-2 count. Luke Weaver, who's bounced a look around the league, and in fact is the 0-2 to Walker. Swing, peppers it foul. We'll do it again. He started in the St. Louis Cardinals system as a starter originally. He started 52 games for the Cardinals from 2016 to 2018. The 0-2 fouls it away. We'll do it again. Luke Weaver, 6'2", 180-pounder, 32-year-old from DeLand, Florida, and is a proud alum of the Florida State Seminoles. The 0-2, four-seamer misses high, 1-2. He went from there, he got traded to Arizona, and then from Arizona he went to the Royals. From the Royals he signed with the Reds and then to Seattle. When he was moved to the Yankees in 2023, that's where he kind of found his footing as a reliever. The 1-2, lifts it high into right field, F9 your scorecard, and there's one away. And when he was with the Reds, you got to realize he had a 6.87 ERA. In Seattle, 6.08. When the Yankees picked him up off the scrap heap, it was really just to give him a go, and he finished the rest of the year 13 innings, a 13.38 ERA, nothing special. He was given the opportunity to try out for the Yankees in 24, and that's where it really took off. 84 innings, a 2.89 ERA, and last year 64 innings and a 3.62 ERA. Righty-lefty matchup. Newt Barr takes the four-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. This year with the Mets, he's got a 2.48 ERA. This is his 27th appearance. The 1-0 swing. Chops it down the line. Foul. No, it's going to be a fair ball, and they're going to scoop it, flip it, and good job by Weaver to touch the bag. That wasn't a great underhanded flip by Young, but it was a great stop. So 3-1 if you're scoring at home, and there's 2 down. So, yeah, it's a bigger park. It's 415 to dead center, but they have to build it that way because the ball just launches out of there. And now the A's, so not only do they have the guys that are swinging for the fences out there, the ball's flying out of the park, but now the A's, they play in Sacramento, so when they bring a guy up, he's kind of used to those elements, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter. First pitch, swing and a miss. Mason Wynn, the batter, it's 0-1. 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Mets 5, Cardinals 4. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for St. Louis. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Mets. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. They're starting to build that stadium now. I haven't seen any of the new stadium. It's supposed to be ready in a couple of years. The 0-2 swing, lifts it into center field, going back on the track. Making the catch at the wall is A.J. Ewing, and that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th in a 1-run game here in Queens, New York. 5-4, Mets leading the Cardinals.
What does an Italian have if he has one arm shorter than the other? A speech impediment.
Is tomorrow Friday?
Yeah, why?
Because I think I'm gonna get a little loose-goose. But more loose than the goose. Because the goose be violent.
Let me get this straight. You're protesting in America to be here illegally, and you're waving the flag that you're from, but you refuse to go back to the country that you're from. And not only that, you're taking the American flag, throwing it on the ground, and stepping on it. Then why are you here?
Number 5. I'm Ozzie Smith, shortstop for the St. Louis Cardinals, otherwise known as the Wizard of Oz.
If there was anybody that I wanted to be like, it would be Ozzie. He had all the quickness, all the speed, all the coordination, all the flair.
Don't tell me. There's the Wizard. What a play, Ozzie Smith.
No one covered the diamond quite like Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie was objectively great, but he also had charisma, style, so distinctive.
With Ozzie, not only was he fantastic to look at, he left tracks in the snow.
Really made it sexy to play shortstop.
Ozzie embodied both precision and flair, and those 13 gold gloves were all in a row. But you don't make the prime 9 on your glove alone.
One of the things that Ozzie Smith needed to do to get to that next level, the Hall of Fame level, he had to learn how to hit.
He went from an offensive liability to basically a 275 hitter and had to be reckoned with at the plate.
Ozzie Smith with hit number 2,000, and he stands at third with a triple.
Ozzie finished his career with almost 2,500 hits, but his biggest one came during the 1985 postseason.
Smith corks one into right down the line. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. And the Cardinals have won the game on a home run by
the Wizard. New York Mets lead the St. Louis Cardinals 5-4, bottom of the 8th. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sweeper on the inner track, called for a strike. Looked like it might have just missed the edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Sweeper, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Swing. Lifts it down the left field line, giving chase. It's going to smack up near where the tarps lay in the corner. 0-2. Man, that is a goofy place to put the tarps. They have it just before the wall jets out towards left field. I'd be willing to bet there's some strange caroms off of that. Normally, you would have the tarps much closer to the third base dugout. The 0-2. Brings it. Caught looking, strike 3. 1 away. One up, one down. Romero trying to keep them where they're at. Later on tonight, that game still hasn't started in Kansas City. Kumar Rocker versus Waka and the Royals. Still waiting for that to finish. Robleski going up against Mitch Keller at 6:40. Good pitching in that match in Baltimore. Brian Woo versus Bradish. And, of course, the Braves tonight, assuming that it gets played, and I think it will be. Martin Perez and Anthony Kay was supposed to start. Now we've got a TBD. Looks like we're getting a pitching change here. Yeah, Truck, we were talking about that a few innings ago. They, it looks like we will play. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to start on time. There's 2 fronts. One's coming through right now, and then there's supposed to be a break in the action till about 5, 6 o'clock local time. The game starts at 6:40 local time. There is a front running through there that appears, let me double check this again, see if it's moved at all. We haven't looked at it in about an hour or so. But it appeared it would be leaving It's going to pour in Chicago when it does pour. It'll be leaving somewhere around 8 o'clock, give or take. I would think by 8:30, 9 o'clock, we're playing ball at the latest. Now, if that front moves in a little quicker, so right now it's pouring down rain. It's supposed to rain until about 5 o'clock. And then we've got another almost 3 hours of rain. But once that second one clears, it looks like it's smooth sailing the rest of the way. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch down and in to Marcus Semien. Did he go around? He did. So 0-1 pitching change. Right-hander on for the Cardinals, Graceffo. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. Gordon Graceffo, or as I've always called him when I've seen him, GG. It's coming in with the 1.61 ERA. Not too shabby. The 1-1 pitch swing. Smacks it back foul. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-2. 1-2 count. The one thing they have never gotten right in international soccer is that the clock counts upward. The 1-2 down the line, foul. Do it again. I watch a lot of college soccer during that season in November because there's not a lot going on during the week. And Florida State's women's team has won several national championships, so that's got a lot to do with it. But they count the clock down and stop it when there's an injury timeout. So it can be done. Is the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 away. I've always contended the only reason why they do it this way in World Cup soccer is A, it's the way they've always done it and they're afraid to change. And B, there's got to be some corruption going on. Because you never quite know when the game's going to end because the official scorekeeping's kept on the field, which is just insane to me. Righty-lefty first pitch, four-seamer. This is outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. Yeah, it should be clear well before 10 o'clock. Big truck. I mean, unless something changes. The way it's showing, it's going to clear out by, like I said, 9 o'clock at the latest is what I would think. But if it moves away a little quicker, you never know. The 2-0. Check swing. 2-1. Well, we'll keep you updated here on the channel. We'll continue to post about it on the actual thread of the game. 2-1 count. Delivers. Swing. Lifted deep into left field, going back on the track, making the catch, banging into the wall out there is Nootbaar for a loud out number 3. We go to the 9th. 5-4. Mets have the lead. Back in a flash.
It just really makes me sad. Like, it's 7 billion people in the world, and not everyone gets to experience how funny I am and how fat my ass is, you know?
No, guys, don't do this. No, come on. This is crazy. Guys, we always do this. We veer wildly off topic, and the next thing you know, we're having some ridiculous argument that has nothing to do with what we're trying to solve. You know,
And then tempers flare.
Exactly. We're talking about evolution all of a sudden, and then we're arguing about racism or whether or not ghouls exist or something.
They do, though.
No, they don't.
No, they do.
You've never seen
Because I have seen them.
Stop! We're off topic.
When your woman is acting up, just tell her, less f***ing, more kitchen. Women love it when you rhyme.
Super marriage tip. If you're getting ready to go out in public with your wife, ask her, would you please put on some makeup? This will help her understand that you are concerned with her appearance, and she will love you more for it.
The best part of having a husband, you can tell him any secret, and he will not tell a living soul, because he wasn't listening to you in the first place.
Bob Uecker in the Brewer booth.
The arm is back. Here he comes. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Goodbye, Detroit. Hello, New York. Hi, Raleigh Fingers. What a job he is being mobbed by his teammates as the Brewers have come from behind today to beat Detroit by a score of 2-1. Oh, what a victory today for this Milwaukee Brewer Ball Club, trailing 1-0 into the 8th inning. They have come back to win this game by a score of 2-1. Raleigh Fingers getting the final 2 men via the strikeout route, and Milwaukee will face New York for the American League Eastern Division Championship.
Devin Williams is on for the New York Mets to try to close this one out. Mets lead it 5-4. Cardinals with one last chance here. Crooks will lead it off. He'll be followed by Gorman and Church, assuming there's not a pinch hitting. Righty lefty, first pitch high and out of the zone, four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. The 3 guys that you've just seen here in the game for the Mets are the reason why a lot of folks thought the Mets were going to have a good season. A.J. Minter, Weaver, and Williams. Good back-to-back-to-back in the bullpen. The problem is they haven't been able to get the lead as the 1-0 outside wide. On the outer edge, it's 1-1. 1-1 count, infield back into the right. Drops the changeup in there, 1-2. It'll be key for Atlanta to get the early lead against the Mets this weekend in New York, so they cannot rely on that bullpen. The 1-2. Williams brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up in the dirt. 1 away. It's good to see all 3 of those guys get used in this game. It's going to affect their availability this weekend, one way or the other. Devin Williams, a 5.48 ERA, which is just a head scratcher. He was so good in Milwaukee. He's come to New York with the Yankees and the Mets, and it's never been near what he did. First pitch is a four-seamer high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Some guys, man, they get to those big lights, and it's curtains. He had an ERA going back from 2024 back in Milwaukee is the 1-0 right there at the knees, 1-1. 1.25, 1.53, 1.93, a high of 2.5 in 27 innings in the as the four-seam fastball blows it right by him. It's 1-2. 2020 in the shortened pandemic season, 27 innings, a .33 ERA. He goes to the Yankees in 2024, 4.79, and with the Mets here, it's a 5.57. Really is a head scratcher how some guys just cannot pitch in the big lights. The 1-2, four-seamer misses inside, 2-2. 2-2 count. 5-4 New York leads. Game one of our double dip tonight, Braves and White Sox. It does look like the game's going to get played. We'll just don't quite know if it's going to get started on time. Is the 2-2. Chops it off the inside. We'll do it again. They're nowhere near the coast, but they do have lakes surrounding them, so it helps move the clouds a little bit. But just like Atlanta, the weather in the Midwest tends to move a lot slower than if you're used to living near the coast. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Fouls that four-seamer away, and we'll do it again. I'm so used to living here that if it's raining, you know there's a good chance it's not going to be raining in about an hour. Problem is, if you had a baseball team down here, it would rain all the time. There would be a lot of delays, that's for sure. The 2-2 pitch, swing, lifts it into center field. Coming in, making the running catch is A.J. Ewing, and the Cardinals are down to their last out. Still 1-0 in that World Cup game. Mexico leading South Africa. It throws me off because they put RSA for the Republic of South Africa as a shortened. And when you see RSA, the first thing that comes to mind is Russia. First pitch is a changeup on the inner track. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. USA plays at 9 o'clock. Well, says 9 o'clock. There's a pretty good chance that game doesn't start till 9:20, 9:30. The 1-1 swing. Peppers it foul, and the Cardinals are down to their last strike. And then they don't play again until the following Friday. That's a 3 o'clock game against Australia. And then Thursday, the following Thursday, they play again at 10 o'clock Eastern. So two late games to start off the World Cup action for the U.S. as the 1-2's fouled away. 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 1-2 count. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss, strike three, and the New York Mets win 5-4, 5 runs. 10 hits, no errors for New York. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for St. Louis. And they'll stave off the sweep, and the Cardinals will go back to the drawing board. We'll see these New York Mets tomorrow night. It's an Apple cast, so if you don't have Apple, you'll have it here. We'll see you tomorrow night for Braves versus Mets. We'll see you tonight for Braves Red Sox. 7:40 is the estimated first pitch, but we're not expecting it to get started on time. More like 8:30. That's my guess right now, but you never know. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a great one. Mets beat the Cardinals 5-4. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, Strike two! Fraud! Cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.